Let's go into a demo of the product. Megan is a marketing and sales manager with huge demands on her time, a calendar full of meetings, an overflowing inbox, and new and urgent requests popping up all the time. These demands can make it hard for her to stay on top of her most important work. My Analytics improves Megan's focus, well-being, network, and collaboration by leveraging Microsoft's graph analysis of her past habits. This analysis is kept private, personal, and is uniquely hers. The well-being email lets Megan know how effectively she manages a healthy work-life balance. She can quickly see that most of her evenings after hour work are quiet, but she has worked with Nestor, Deborah, and Maria after hours in the last month. She can also see that nearly half of her week is spent collaborating with team members, and that in the last week she had 32 active collaboration partners. The remainder of her week is available for focus time, which is defined as a 2-hour block of time interrupted by meetings or email. Her curiosity is piqued. Megan decides to discover more insights gleaned by My Analytics. On the My Analytics homepage, Megan sees a summary of focus, well-being, network, and collaboration habits. My Analytics uses the data from Megan's Office 365 mailbox, like emails and meetings, plus data from Teams or Skype for business, like calls and chats. Her data is stored inside of her mailbox and receives the same protection that her email and calendar have. Every calculation that My Analytics performs is based on the data that Megan can gather and examine herself. However, My Analytics is automating that and is providing her with transparency into her work habits. Megan quickly sees that in a typical week, 60% of her time is available to focus. By clicking on the More Information icon, she can quickly see how the value is calculated and why it should matter to her. Megan's time available to focus estimated that as what portion of her past 4 weeks were left over after collaboration directly impacts her productivity at work. Simply checking one email or chat can require up to 23 minutes to refocus after just checking one email or chat. Setting aside regular focus time will give Megan the chance to work on her top priority work interrupted. The well-being section shows how effective Megan is at disconnecting from work during time off and suggests ways to reduce stress and burnout. Megan sees she was effective at protecting 20 days from her after-hours work. My Analytics qualifies a quiet day based on whether she sent or read emails, attended meetings, took calls, or sent chats during her quiet hours. Quiet hours are defined as being outside of her working hours of 8 to 5 p.m., including weekends. Disconnecting daily from work can help Megan lower levels of stress and anxiety caused by work. Once again, I can click on to see how this works, and that gives me just a brief indication of what I just talked about. My Analytics can also improve Megan's relationships at work by increasing collaboration time, improving team meetings, and growing her professional network. She sees that her network currently includes 32 active collaborations. Megan's active network is comprised of all the internal and external contacts she has a meaningful connection with with at least once. Meaningful connections are comprised of two-way communication in email, chat, calls, or smaller size meetings. This should be important to Megan because meeting new people can bring novel ideas and resources to her work. My Analytics increases the productivity of Megan's meetings, which can have a huge impact as she typically spends 40% of her time per week in collaboration with others. Megan's time spent in collaboration is an estimate of her time during the past 4 weeks in meetings, email, chat, and calls. This is measured as a percentage of her working week based on her activity during working hours. Changing her collaboration habits can pay big dividends to Megan and her team, as 40% of her meetings are considered unproductive. Below, Megan has insights into being more effective at work. She can improve meeting effectiveness by including agendas with her meeting invitations. Her focus hours are trending up to 80% of her work week, and she spends most of her time collaborating with Miriam Graham, her boss. In the well-being dashboard, Megan informs Megan how she is disconnecting from work during her time off and suggests ways to reduce stress and burnout. She can see that she sacrificed time away from work 8 days in the last month, with a majority of that time spent answering emails. My Analytics informs her that her after-hours work adds up very quickly. In Megan's case, more than 5 hours per week, for a total of greater than 20 hours for the month. By increasing her quiet days and turning off when not at the office, Megan should experience reduced stress and burnout. This can help recharge, get better night's sleep, and show up feeling refreshed the next day. The network dashboard shows Megan that in the last month, she actively collaborated with 32 people in her network. She can quickly see how her collaboration network extends across her organization and that she's spent a significant time with Lynn Robbins. Moving down the dashboard, Megan sees that most of her collaboration time in the last month was spent with Miriam Graham, her boss, as well. She can also see that she worked on various Contoso projects and initiatives with, and that she may benefit by adding Drew, Bart, and Gregory as important people in her network. One-on-ones are a great way to keep a manager in the loop and resolve any issues quickly. Just 30 minutes of one-on-ones each week let Megan stay in sync. Research shows that top-performing managers get regular one-on-one time with their team members. One-on-one give employees an opportunity to voice concerns, share feedback, and stay motivated. Making time to foster relationships and grow the work network has proven to contribute to professional advancement. Team partner study showed a correlation between successful salespeople and the large networks. A top salesperson boosted internal network that were 33% larger than those who performed below average. In this case, an investment in meaningful coworker relationships translated into a higher performance. Spending more time with people in her network who align with Megan's top priority tasks at work can improve team collaboration and increase project success. Megan may consider scheduling just one more weekly recurring meeting with these people. Moving on to the collaboration dashboard, we can see that 40% of Megan's time was spent collaborating with others. My analytics shows who she's working with the most and how well Megan is maintaining her relationships at work. The insights presented on the dashboard are based upon her recent collaboration activity at work. Meetings metrics include any meeting Megan has organized or accepted that have at least one person attending. Meeting time includes meetings that takes place during or outside of her set working hours. After hours meeting time is also affects her well-being metrics. We can see that 10% of her collaboration is in emails, 25% is meetings, and 5% is chat. Email metrics estimate how much time Megan is spending reading emails across all devices such as laptops and mobile phones. Only emails that have Megan's name or group she's a member of on the to or CC line are included. Emails that Megan deletes without opening are not included. My Analytics counts Megan's audio calls, video calls, and chats that occur in Teams and in Skype for Business as collaboration activities and are calculated as follows. Each chat or instant message that Megan sends counts as 30 seconds. Each chat Megan receives counts as 0 seconds because time spent on sent messages is a good predicator of the total duration of Teams and Skype for Business sessions. Each impromptu call My Analytics uses the actual duration of the call. Impromptu or ad hoc calls are unscheduled. Megan might miss out on a valuable collaboration time if she's spending too much time on emails or impromptu calls or in meetings or chats. Research shows that doing just 4 or 5 things differently can enable Megan to increase her collaboration time by 18 to 24%. Megan can improve the quality of collaboration for herself and her team in other ways as well. Responding to meeting invites on time so that her team knows what to expect. Workers can prepare for meetings when they have a good sense of who plans to attend. If Megan's calendar is fragmented with meetings, she can try grouping her meetings on the calendar so that she has longer free blocks available for team collaboration. Adding agendas and action items can help Megan and team get most out of the meetings. She should consider adding clarity for what she'd like participants to do with attached files in her meeting invitations. To reduce distractions, Megan could try checking her inbox once per hour. If that works well, she could try checking her email every 2 hours and so on to discover how much time she could get back. This can also cut down on after-hours email gazing and increase well-being. My Analytics lets Megan not only track her meeting habits, it also encourages her to change those habits by showing progress against goals. So on the right-hand side here, I can see particular suggestions and things that My Analytics has presented to me. My Analytics reduces meeting overload by motivating Megan to keep her meeting hours to less than 20 hours per week. Megan can see her progress since she began using My Analytics by reducing meeting time by 17 hours since she started, as well as her weekly average and how many weeks she has achieved her goal. Using My Analytics, Megan also gains the benefit of suggested actions to achieve her goals based upon research and studies in the areas of well-being, collaboration, and networking in the workplace. So these are the potential goals. So if we click on the focus dashboard, which we're on now, Megan can scroll down and explore her effectiveness at eliminating distractions which keep her from maximum productivity. She quickly sees that 60% of her work could be scheduled as focus time and that the remaining time is spent in collaboration with colleagues. In the 4 work week breakdown, she has an inverse relationship between focus and collaboration time. The My Analytics reports to Megan that her email gazing habits, checking email within 30 minutes of receiving them, is impacting her ability to focus on her most important tasks. While her focus hours per week is trending up, she knows that My Analytics can nudge her to improve her habits. Megan decides to test how a slight change to her work schedule impacts her productivity. While she could set My Analytics to remind her to book focus time, she opts to have My Analytics machine learning algorithm book focus time on her schedule. In the focus plan generated by My Analytics, Megan can see that. So we're just going to click on there, and she can click on book time for me or just remind me to book time. So we're going to click get started. In the focus plan generated by My Analytics, Megan can see that the last week 4 or 5 days had focus time booked. However, looking into the next 2 weeks, she sees that only 4 of the 10 work days have focus time booked on her calendar. So I'm just going to go through. So you would click on that and click on book now. And this puts focus time into your calendar based on that machine learning model. So we can see focus time booked at Friday at 1 p.m. Megan also has access to Outlook Insights. You can see that she received an email from Alex here. In this email, there's a nudge that she has outstanding tasks with Alex. Megan has forgotten to provide feedbacks on a white paper her team is working on. My Analytics tracks this ask and nudges Megan to act immediately to remedy the situation without ever leaving her inbox. She can view on all tasks. She can see that here's the email from Alex. She can remedy the situation by adding this to one of her focus time blocks. She would then see the next focus time and she can click add. Megan can also use insights to catch up on current activity by her team and tackle some outstanding tasks. She can quickly reschedule a meeting with one of her direct reports, Deborah. She can quickly look for available times to book her meeting with her. So she sees that Deborah has these potential times available. She can also see that Pardeep has a one-on-one time conflict, so she would have to reschedule this particular meeting. In this case, she chooses to dismiss all tasks. Inline suggestions in Outlook are brief data and AI-driven notifications that appear in Outlook while you're either reading or composing an email or a meeting invitation. So if we switch to drafts, we'll see that we have a draft here from Isaiah. We can see that here's the insight notification saying consider sending this email on Thursday, April 16th, when more recipients are in their working hours. Megan quickly chooses to delay sending this email and can see that it has been scheduled for a later date and time. So she would click on Delay Delivery, edit the time, and she can go ahead and change the time to the 16th at 9 a.m. Megan has another draft email she's been working on, and she can see that based on the contents of this email, she can set her time away, set automatic replies, notify collaborators, and resolve upcoming meetings that are impacting her time away. She can even book focus time before and after her time off. So she would click on Plan, and she can select certain dates that she's planning on being away from the office. So in this particular case, if she said she's planning on being away from the 4th to the 11th of April, sorry. And she can click on the schedule with a message, and she can send this outside of my organization or inside. She can create also a separate message for external recipients. She would click Save, compose the message. And here's the resolve meetings issues that may come up. My analytics also provides additional insights to Megan, including the ability to track email open rates. So Megan can click on the track email open rates and see that it looks like her call to action email for the white paper was effective, with 85% of the recipients opening the email. Megan also uses my analytics to prepare for her upcoming meetings, driving meeting effectiveness and reducing costs to Contoso. She has an important review for a high priority Contoso initiative, Project Ranger, tomorrow at 3 p.m. So if we close this, so here's the project review, Project Ranger. She can see that 50% of the meeting invitations were accepted, and that to get more details about the attendees. She can see these are the people that accepted. She can also see an agenda was present to keep everyone on the same page, that 90% of the attachments were opened. And that she provided an online meeting link for those who can't attend in person. Megan is also more effective during meetings by booking preparation time prior. She decides that 15 minutes is adequate. So in conclusion, use my analytics to explore work patterns and learn new ways to work smarter by improving focus, well-being, network, and collaboration. Receiving AI-powered suggestions and outlook from my analytics to set aside focus time before the week fills up with meetings, stay on top of tasks and emails, and follow up with important people. Better understand and improve work patterns by gaining an uninterrupted time to focus, being able to disconnect and recharge, and networking and collaborating effectively with the help from my analytics dashboard and weekly email digest. Remember, only Megan can view her personal data and insights based on work patterns in emails, meetings, calls, and chats. My analytics is designed to protect your privacy. Webinar recap. We reviewed My Analytics and how it helps with focus, well-being, network, and collaboration. We also reviewed the add-in for Outlook and how it works.